Hello, welcome to American Baker in Germany. I'm Michelle, and today we are continuing our Baking Basics series by learning how to prepare a piping bag. Let's get started.
So the first time I looked at a piping bag, I couldn't figure out how to connect the piping tip to it. It's kind of a conundrum. So I thought that I had to have a coupler to connect the tips to the bag. That's actually not true at all. So first, I'd like to show the easiest way to get it on the bag, and that is put it in the other way. Put it into the bag. Now you can see that there's no hole because every tip needs a different sized hole, so they don't come with one at all. Just snip off the end with a pair of scissors the size you need it to be. It should be big enough to let the tip peek out the end, but not so big that the tip falls out of the hole. Here we're using a piping bag. A piping bag is nothing but a triangular shaped bag. The disposable ones are pretty cheap. I buy them in packs of 100. However, you don't strictly need to buy piping bags to use. If you don't have any piping bags, you can use a regular plastic freezer bag. Actually, the one I'm using here is a touch soft and didn't work that great. Heavy duty bags work better. I'll show you how to use the freezer bag in a moment. First, I'd like to show you how to use a coupler if you choose to use one. This is my coupler. This one has 3 pieces, some only have 2. The purple piece holds the tip in place. The other 2 pieces screw together. One goes on the inside of the piping bag, the other goes on the outside. To use a coupler, you snip off the end of your piping bag, put the inside piece inside the bag. I didn't cut off enough from the tip of the piping bag. That happens. Just push it down a bit and snip off a bit more. Pull it out to make sure it's secure in the bag. Then screw on the outside piece, making sure to tuck the edges of the bag to be inside the screw part to keep it from leaking. This part of the coupler doesn't get changed when you switch tips. The only problem with a coupler is that it doesn't fit every size tip. It doesn't matter which coupler you bought, none of them fit all sizes. For example, if I want to use my giant Russian piping tips, they won't fit on this. Even my grass tip is too large for it. So let's see what it looks like when it does fit. You put your tip on like this. And then put the purple piece over top. Make sure it's lined up properly and twist it into place. See? Then, if you want to change tips, just unscrew it, take the tip off, and put on a new one. This one will fit too, just barely though. Some don't fit very well and some fit very well. You can experiment a little bit and see which ones fit best. So that's one possibility, if you pipe a lot and want to minimize wasted buttercream. Now I'll show you how to use the freezer bag. If you don't have piping bags and you literally want to use one time, you can use a regular plastic bag. Treat the corner like the tip of the piping bag. Snip off the corner. Put your piping tip into the bag. And there you go. Makeshift piping bag. Now, to put the buttercream into the bag, you first roll down the top edge of the bag to keep it clean and keep you from filling the bag too full. It should look like this. The piping tip is at the bottom. And spoon your buttercream into the bag. Then I roll the edges back up. Push the buttercream towards the tip. Try to keep the air out of it if you can. If you can't, don't stress too much about it. Then twist the end so the buttercream doesn't pop out of the top of the bag. Then squeeze the buttercream right down to the tip of your tip. This bag is a bit too stretchy for this purpose, but a heavy-duty freezer bag should work just fine. I'll show you that process one more time. I wanted the star tip to be pink, so I roll the sides of the bag down a couple inches. You can also put this in a tall cup to do it without hands. Then I scoop some pink buttercream into the bag. How much should you put in? As much as will fit in the bag without heaping past the amount you turn down. I don't need that much, so I only put in a tablespoon or so. Pull up the sides. Push the buttercream down towards the tip. Twist the back of the bag to keep it inside the bag. And we're ready to pipe. You can also secure the top with a hair tie or a rubber band to make sure everything stays inside. I hope this tutorial was helpful for you. Preparing piping bags isn't difficult, but it takes some practice and may be confusing if you've never done it before. Check out our website, AmericanBakerInGermany.com, for a full listing of all our cakes and tutorials. We're also on Facebook and Instagram. Subscribe for more tutorials and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a thing.